Coming to you live from the Bill Cook Gymnasium here on the campus of Santa Ana College, we have Dons basketball for you this Thursday evening. It's the home opener for the 2025-26 season as the women's basketball team gets set to take on the Eagles of LA Mission College. Welcome to the broadcast, everyone. My name is Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. The Dons opened up their season last weekend at the Santa Barbara City College crossover and picked up their first two wins of the 2025-26 campaign. Last season was one of the best in program history as the Dons finished 20-9, their most wins since 2002, and they hosted a first-round playoff game for the first time since 2017. Santa Ana returns 5 of their top 6 scorers from last year and are poised to have another promising season. The Dons are led by 22nd-year head coach Flo Lupani. Assistants on the staff are Rachel Kane, Matt Fogarty, Lee Sanford, and Tim Yanez, those latter two new to the Dons staff. The visiting Eagles of LA Mission College are 1-1 to begin the season. They're coming off a 58-57 victory over LA Harbor College this past Tuesday. LA Mission finished 10-18 last year and went 2-10 in the Western State North Conference. It's their second year as they took a few years off from the program. Last year was their first year in quite some time. The Eagles are led by first-year head coach Vicky Onganyan. We'll take to a commercial break. Welcome back from commercial break. My name is Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in to Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. We got cut off for the break, but just to finish the introduction on LA Mission College, it's their second year since revamping the Eagles program. They're led by first-year head coach Vicky Onganyan. She works with a relatively new roster as only 2 players return from last year's team. The last time these two teams played, LA Mission hosted Santa Ana College last December. The Dons came out on top by a score of 82-35. Kiki Graham led all players with 23 points scored, while Mia Rivera and Anaya Beard also contributed double-digit scoring nights as freshmen. It's the home opener for the Dons as they hope to carry the momentum from last season into the 2025-26 campaign. They're 2-0 to start the year. LA Mission is 1-1 to start the season. Some players to keep an eye on in tonight's match for Santa Ana. Keep an eye on forward guard Kiki Graham. She led the Dons in their win over LA Southwest with 18 points, shooting 4 of 10 from three-point range. As a freshman, she averaged 12 points per game for the Dons last season. And for the Eagles, keep an eye on Hart Lissing. She wears number 6. She's averaging 20 points through 2 games for LA Mission College, so expect her to get plenty of touches in tonight's contest. It's the home opener, and they just announced the starters down on the floor. Let's go ahead and get you those as we start with the visiting LA Mission Eagles. Starting at the guard, Crystal Pasaye, Hart Lissing, and Victoria Ufracio. At the forward positions, Nat Gaspar and Ashley Martin. And for the Santa Ana Dons, they will roll with a 4-guard lineup. At the guard positions, Mia Rivera, Vicky Ohm, Faith Ledesma, and Kiki Graham. Sophomore forward Anaya Beard, the only forward in the lineup, listed at 6 foot. Ohm is a newcomer. She's a freshman from Fountain Valley High School. Along with Faith Ledesma, she's a freshman from Segerstrom. Those are the two newcomers. You guys should be familiar with Mia Rivera and Kiki Graham from last season as freshmen. Remember, 5 of the 6 top scorers from last year's Dons team as the Dons win the tip. Dons go from left to right on your screen in their white uniforms. LA Mission in their navy blue. Dons finished 20-19 last year. Hosted a playoff game. Lost in the first round to LA Valley. It's been a while since we've been out here at the Bill Cook Gymnasium. Graham gets hit on her 3-point attempt. First one is good. A chance for a 4-point play. So the Dons get the scoring started with the 3-pointer by Graham. We mentioned she's a player to watch out for this season, already averaging 12 points per game, just as she did last year. Went 4 of 10 from beyond the arc in their win over LA Southwest. The Dons opened up on the road at the Santa Barbara City College crossover. Breaking the action as they get the number on the foul correct. First team foul by LA Mission. Foul on Hart Lissing, her first. She can't convert on the free throw. Rebounded by Ashley Martin. Only 4 sophomores on the roster. 11 freshmen for LA Mission College. Vicky Oganyan in her first year as head coach. Second year of the program being back in existence. Turnaround move by Martin in the paint. Over to her right shoulder. Vicky Ohm brings up the ball for the Dons. She's the point guard for this season. Averaging 5 assists per game. Mia Rivera right behind her, averaging 4. Dons get into their half-court set. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Graham gets a screen from Beard. Graham goes to her left. Left-handed layup, no good. Beard grabs the offensive rebound, loses it. Beard takes it back for the Dons. Graham picks up her dribble, out to Ohm. Rivera, sophomore from Cerritos High School, goes baseline, kicks out to Ohm. She has a wide open 3-point attempt, misses everything. Rebounded by LA Mission. 8:33. Remember, 4 quarters in the women's basketball game compared to 2 halves for the men's basketball game. Nat Gaspar hands it off to Lissing. Lissing goes right, uses the glass, too strong on her layup, grabs her own miss. Ledesma comes away with the rebound. Ledesma hits the deck. Rivera pushes the tempo out to Beard. Beard goes baseline, pivots, out to Ledesma. Top of the key, can't get it to go. Don still with the 1-point lead. Gaspar brings it up. A sophomore from Pacoima. Martin hits a backdoor cutter. Lissing has it poked away. That's Pasaye. She swings it out to Lissing. Lissing's 3-pointer is no good. Tipped out of bounds by Santa Ana. It'll stay with LA Mission. So it looks like we're going to have a break in the action because we have to switch the shot clock operating machine. We've had some technical difficulties with that shot clock operating machine in the first 3 home games for the men's basketball team. They hosted Glendale College last Saturday, San Diego Mesa on Monday, and then drawing a blank on who they hosted last night. Chaffey College last night. LA Mission to inbound. Gaspar underneath the basket. High pass for Ufracio. Over her left shoulder, too strong. She chases down her own miss. Lissing gets another chance. The shot clock not rolling again. It's stuck at 20 seconds. After the offensive rebound, it is supposed to reset to 20, but it never started ticking down. So it's malfunctioning a bit more this year than we did see it last year. So you look at the upcoming schedule for the Dons, only one more home game during the month of November. More technical difficulty. So during this break in the action, let's get you the upcoming schedule for your Santa Ana Dons. This upcoming weekend, not this weekend actually, the following weekend, they head to the College of San Mateo to play in the College of San Mateo crossover. Friday the 14th, they're at San Mateo, and then on Saturday the 15th at San Mateo, they're playing College of the Redwoods. So up there in the Bay Area for the weekend. They were in Santa Barbara City last weekend. After that weekend, on Wednesday the 19th, they take on Chaffey College. We were here last season for when they hosted Chaffey. That was the week of Thanksgiving. They're at Chaffey College on the 19th. On the 21st, they're at LA Trade Tech. And on the 25th, they host Long Beach City College. So not as many home games as the men's basketball team this month of November. In December, they do have a fair share. They host their Santa Ana College tournament in the first week in December, December 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They'll take on San Diego Mesa, LA Harbor, and Bakersfield. Then they host Cuesta College and Taft College later on in the month of December. It's a snapshot of the upcoming schedule for the Dons. We're ready for play. They reset it to 7:31 on the game clock. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. It does roll. Gaspar with the ball. 8 seconds left. The Eagles get into their offense a little later. Lissing fading away to her right. Offensive rebound by Eufrasio. Traveling violation as she hits the deck. Dons lead 3-2. Thanks for tuning in to Dons Basketball on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Rivera, another sophomore who played in all 29 games last year for the Dons. Out to Graham. Takes the bump with the right hand. Lays it up for two and a foul. They're going to say it's on the drive. Tough call there for the Dons. Rivera to inbound. Gets it out to Graham early. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Post touch for Beard. She kicks it out to Ledesma. Ledesma misses everything on her three-point attempt. Maybe some jitters for the Dons early on in tonight's contest. Gaspar leads the break for LA Mission. Slows it down. Guarded by Rivera at the top. Double as Ohm comes to help out, and it generates the first steal for the Dons defense. Out ahead to Ohm on the corner. Back to Rivera. Rivera dishes back to Ohm. The freshman from Fountain Valley launches. No good on the three-point attempt. Rivera there. And now a foul is called on Crystal Pasaye. Another sophomore in the starting lineup. Only 4 sophomores on the roster, 3 of which are in the starting lineup. Gaspar, Lissing, and Pasaye. Pasaye got fouled. First team foul on the Santa Ana Dons. First personal by Mia Rivera. Lissing on the right wing by herself. Gives it to Gaspar. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. LA Mission doesn't have an answer for this offensive set. Entry pass late to Martin. Martin with their back to the basket. A shot clock violation. Another turnover forced by the Dons defense. Let's see if they can turn it into some offense. They're 1 of 6 shooting from the field early on. LA Mission 1 of 7. 2 turnovers already by the Eagles in their last 2 possessions. Neither team has gone to their bench just yet. 5:45 left to go in the first. Graham comes off a series of screens. Shows off some nice dribbles. Dumps it off to Beard. Beard in the middle of the lane, leaves it short. Off the hands of LA Mission. Eufrasio was right there for the rebound. Couldn't corral it. Dons get another possession, 20 seconds. Kimberly Limon and Jaylene Rivera both check in for the Dons. 2 sophomores were a part of last year's team. Rivera played in 25 games last season. Kimberly Limon played in 22. Limon contributed a little bit more offense, averaging 4 points per game. Rivera only 2 points per game, but did a lot of dirty work, things that don't show up in the box score. Solid defense, rebounds. Graham takes another 3, short. Limon grabs the offensive rebound. Ledesma has a 10-foot jump shot, and she converts for 2. Dons extend their lead to 3. First basket in the last 4 minutes. since the very first possession of the game, actually. Graham hit the three-pointer on the first possession. The Dons have been quiet since. A bump on the drive by Lissing. Graham guilty of the foul. Second team foul on the Dons. Inbounds for Gaspar. Underneath the basket. Looking for a teammate to drop it off to. An errant pass goes right to Ledesma. Ledesma gets tripped up. A foul called on LA Mission. Not sure if that was intentional, but the two did mix up feet. 5:05 left to go in the first quarter. Ledesma, okay. Now Gary Avery, the umpire too. He's gonna make sure the shot clock is reset to 27. Rivera to inbound. Limon in the corner, out to Rivera. Rivera with the hesitation move, can't convert on the left-handed layup. Solid drive by the sophomore, unable to convert. LA Mission goes the other way. Under 5 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Lissing. Guarded by Rivera, picks up her dribble. On the right elbow. Head coach Flo Lupani and the Dons coaching staff want a three in the key, and they finally do get it. The officiating crew tonight, Kai Hughes is the head referee. Janae Irvin is the umpire 1. Gary Avery is the umpire 2. Rivera brings up the ball for the Dons. First home game of the Dons 2025-26 season. Chance for a half-court set. Rivera thought about the three. Gets a screen from Limon. Limon wants a post touch. The defender sagged, and Rivera makes them pay. Knocks in the two-pointer, 7-2. Dons extend their lead to 5. Lissing and LA Mission on a scoring drought. The last 3 minutes, haven't scored since the 7-minute mark. Eufrasio kicks it out to her teammate Martin beyond the three-point arc. Tries to get it to her cutting teammate. Tipped out of bounds by Limon. Good energy here at the Bill Gook Gymnasium. The men's basketball team here after their practice, supporting the women's basketball team in action tonight. Anaya Beard set to check back in for Faith Ledesma. Entry pass to Eufrasio. Out to her teammate Lissing. She rushed that shot. The loose ball goes to Graham. Graham has two teammates in front of her. She slows down. Rivera on the right wing. Rivera wants to get it to Limon. High entry pass. It goes out of bounds. 3:39, clock stops. Lissing brings up the ball for LA Mission. Vicky Oganyan in her first year as the head coach of the LA Mission program. It's their second year back in existence after taking nearly a decade away from the program. Sort of like Golden West College, how we see them sometimes have a program and sometimes not. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Gaspar's gonna have to do something. She gets a screen from Eufrasio, doubled on the screen, 3 seconds left. Pasaye throws up a wild three-point shot, doesn't hit the rim. Another 24-second shot clock violation, 30-second shot clock violation. It's 30 at the college level. Rivera checks out. Vicky Ohm checks back in. Dons have a 5-point lead. Rivera on the right wing. This one nearly taken away by Lissing. Graham with the head of steam, down in the paint. Through some contact as well. No foul called, but she banks it in for 2. Extends the Dons lead to 7. Largest of the game. Dons 4 of 12 from the field. Traveling violation called on LA Mission. Pasaye took too many steps on her drive. A bit hesitant there as the Dons defense collapsed in on her. We're gonna see the first of Claudia Solis. She checks in for the first time, along with Isley Canaday. Isley Canaday, one of 7 sophomores on the roster. Sophomore from Cypress High School, elected to come to Santa Ana instead of Cypress College down the street. LA Mission shows some full court pressure. Dons try to break it. Entry pass to Candidate, deflected away by LA Mission. Martin sets a screen for Lissing. Wild dribble there. She nearly gets called for a carry. Violet Herrera checked in on the last dead ball. Chucks up a three, no good. Ohm gets doubled on the far side. Shows off a nice spin move in the lane. Dumps it off to Candidate. Candidate was right underneath the basket. Ohm got hit in the nose. Candidate hits the deck. There's a foul called on Candidate on the rebound. Under 2 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. It'll stay. No, it is with LA Mission. Ohm went to inbound the ball, but it is LA Mission ball, says referee Janae Irvin. Rivera checks back in as Kiki Graham hits the bench. Anaya Beard comes in for Kimberly Limon. Lissing goes to the rack strong. Fouled on the way up. Fourth team foul on the Dons. Foul on Rivera. 2 shots coming up for Hart Lissing, the leading scorer for the LA Mission Eagles this season. So Janae Irvin says no shot. Lissing was across the line on her first free throw attempt. She converts on the second. Only one of those 2 counts, even though she made both because she was over the line on the first. 9-3, Dons lead. More full court pressure. Solis chucks up her first three-pointer of the evening. Knocks it in. Dons extend their lead back to 9. 1.5 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Herrera starts the action, has it poked away. It finds an LA Mission teammate. That's Erin Topacio. She checked in on the last dead ball. Guarded by Solis in the corner. Solis gets called for the foul. A bit handsy on the defensive possession there. 5th team foul. Because it is the 5th team foul, the Dons are now in the bonus. And 2 free throws for the rest of the quarter for LA Mission. Different than the men's basketball rules. They have the bonus at 7 and then double bonus at 10 in the women's level. Once you hit 5 team fouls, the team is guaranteed 2 free throws for the rest of the quarter. An unfriendly bounce there for Topacio. Through 2 games, Topacio has averaged 10.5 minutes for LA Mission. 3 points in those 2 games. A foul on the rebound. Eufrasio able to grab it, and Candidate guilty of her 2nd personal foul. That was one thing that we saw last year is Candidate as a freshman did appear in 28 games for the Dons, but got into a bit of foul trouble. She fouled out 5 different times last year. Both her and Anaya Beard fouled out 5 times. Something I'm sure they worked on over the offseason. First free throw is short by Eufrasio. Dons still lead by 9. Second free throw rims out. Beard secures the rebound. Rebounding was an issue last year for the Dons. They lost the rebounding margin on the season, 39-42. Rivera takes a 3-pointer left wing, no good. Topacio skies for the rebound. Here comes Gaspar and the Eagles. With Rivera on her back, she pokes it away. And Rivera saves it from going out of bounds. There's a collision going for the ball. Beard and an LA Mission player hit the deck. They call a foul on Beard. Unsure if that's really a foul or just 2 players hustling for the ball. That's Michaela Patterson. She checks in for the Eagles. At the free throw line, misses the first. The Eagles are now 1 of 7 at the free throw line early on. 1 of 10 from the field. Sitting at 3 points. Under a minute left to go. Second free throw is no good. Another offensive rebound. Eufrasio grabs it. Solis steals the pass. Intended for her teammate Gaspar. Rivera throws an errant pass. Gaspar takes it away for LA Mission. 2-on-2 fast break. Poked away by Solis. Ohm leads the fast break. The Dons have a 4-on-2. Beard on the right block. Can't get it to go. There's contact. Beard got hit hard. Gets helped up by her teammates. We've seen some collisions already early on between both these teams. A lot of them inadvertent. 33 seconds left in the opening quarter. Beard will go to the line for 2. Fourth team foul on LA Mission. Solis checks out. Ledesma checks back in. Ledesma, one of 2 freshmen from Segerstrom High School. Both her and Solis played for the Jaguars program. Beard misses the first. Last year as a freshman, she shot 67%. Another thing she struggled with early on in the year, but got stronger as the year went on. In conference, she shot 71%. She ended up finishing as the Orange Empire Conference Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year. Misses the second, 0 for 2 on that trip. Rebounded by Patterson. The Dons 0 of 3 to begin things in the free throw line category. Beard gets a steal for the Dons, 2-on-1. Her and Ledesma run the break. Long step through, no contact by LA Mission. Beard lays it up for 2. She extends the lead to 11. Gaspar, step back 3. Long, Rivera grabs the rebound with 1 second left. Doesn't have time to throw up a full court heave. That's going to be in the end of the first quarter. Dons lead 14-3 here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. We'll cut to a commercial break. And when we come back, we'll have the second quarter of action after this.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion. Someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
Back here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, Dons have a 14-3 lead over the LA Mission Eagles in their 2025-26 season opener, home opener here at the Bill Cook Gymnasium. They opened up last weekend at the Santa Barbara City College crossover, defeated the likes of LA Southwest in their most recent game. And in the first game of the season, they defeated Modesto College. Modesto proved to be a challenging opponent for the Dons. They ended up outscoring Modesto 26-8 in the final quarter. LA Mission with the turnover on their first possession of the second. Ohm got hit on the way up, deflected out of bounds, says the official. It stays with Santa Ana, inbound on the baseline. But Modesto had a lead going into the fourth quarter in the first game of the season. Dons outscored Modesto 26-8 for a 58-43 victory. Graham right open, right underneath the basket. 2 points for Graham. Dons have a 13-point lead. 9.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Thanks for tuning in to Dons basketball. We'll reset the lineups. Vicky Ohm on the floor with Mia Rivera, Kiki Graham, Isley Canaday, and Faith Ledesma. Gaspar has possession for LA Mission. She's out there with Patterson. Violet Herrera, a steal for Ohm. Ohm by herself on the fast break, lays it up for 2. Timeout called by Vicky Aganyan. So we'll have to reset the LA Mission, or both teams' lineups, after this commercial break.
Life doesn't change overnight. It takes effort and dedication. It takes learning new skills and putting yourself and loved ones first. At Santa Ana College, you can complete a full-time accelerated online program in just 2 years. Choose a program that meets your needs and changes your educational dreams into a well-deserved reality. Building the life you want means taking a first step. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
Back here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. During this break in the action, we want to throw up this QR code. Know that you can now donate to the Santa Ana College Athletics family. Know that your donation goes directly into supporting our student athletes. With your donation, they'll have the tools, resources, and the things they need to continue representing the Santa Ana College program with pride. We say thank you in advance for your donations. Something new we're doing in the 2025-26 season. We're back from action. LA Mission, right to left on your screen in the navy blue uniforms. Dons in their white uniforms. New uniforms this season for both men's and women's basketball. Strong drive by Herrera. Throws it off the glass, too strong. An offensive rebound, put back no good by LA Mission. Ledesma secures the rebound. Rivera has possession on the right wing. Dons get into their half-court set. Candidate sets a screen for Graham. Graham over to Ohm. Freshman gets another screen from the sophomore Candidate. Penetrates, nice hesitation move for separation. Lays it off the glass for two. Extends the lead to 17. Gaspar brings it up for LA Mission. Just over 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Violet Herrera out there with Michaela Patterson, Nat Gaspar, Victoria Eufrasio, and Hart Lissing. Gaspar picks up her dribble, and Rivera pokes this one away. Another steal for the Dons. Really laying it on. Graham lays it up for two on the fast break. The Dons outscored LA Mission 14-3, outscoring LA Mission in the second quarter 8-0. An impressive performance thus far for the Dons. Lissing loses her dribble out to Gaspar, wide open three, left wing, first three-pointer for the Eagles this evening. Cuts the deficit to 16, a blocking foul on Violet Herrera in the backcourt. Jaylene Rivera checks in for Vicky Ohm. Rivera, a freshman, a sophomore from California High School, also in the city of Whittier. Rivera gets her first touch since re-entering the game. Back to Rivera. Both Jaylene and Mia on the court. We'll refer to them with their first names. Mia gets the ball back at the top. Gets a screen from Candidate. Ledesma takes a three. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to LA Mission. Eufrasio secures another. Lissing, hesitation move on Ledesma. Kicks it out to a wide open Patterson. Three-pointer hits the top of the backboard. Offensive rebound by Martin. Floater, no good in the lane. Graham grabs the rebound. Graham to Ledesma. Another three from the right wing, well short. Graham grabs the offensive rebound, pivots, and puts it off the glass for two. Graham with a quick 13 points in the first half. Lissing brings it up for LA Mission. Someone had to come back to help her as she was by herself, ready to inbound the ball. None of her teammates there. Topacio, guarded by Jaylene Rivera, picks up her dribble, left elbow, finds a backdoor cutting Martin. Martin too strong off the backboard. Don's coaching staff wants their team to push. Rivera gets it on the left wing. Ledesma pops out. Graham gets a screen off the ball. Lines up a three, no good. Martin grabs another rebound. Lissing over to her left hand for Patterson. Her three-pointer off the backboard and good. Took a trip around the rim and rattles in. 5.5 minutes left to go in the first half. LA Mission cuts the lead to deficit to 15. Ledesma tries to get it to Canaday. She had good positioning down in the paint. Graham takes a three-pointer. Left wing, no good. Dons are a pretty strong three-point shooting team. LA Mission grabs the rebound. Don shot 30% from beyond the arc last year. Lissing gets by her defender, layup for two. Cuts the deficit to 13 for LA Mission. Graham out to Rivera. She drives baseline, dumps it off for Canaday. The sophomore from Cyprus. Hesitation down in the paint and throws up the teardrop. During the pregame warm-ups, we saw Canaday work on the post move, and that looks like an area of her game that she improved upon during the offseason. Martin tries to drive past Canaday, stops her dribble. Topecchio leaves it short on her left-handed layup, but she chases down her miss. Martin goes right at Canaday. Rebound tip to her. Martin never reestablished positioning inbounds as she grabbed the offensive rebound, but came from out of bounds. It's a turnover by LA Mission. Both teams make some substitutions. Let's reset the lineups. Kiki Graham out there with Mia Rivera, Claudia Solis, Kimberly Limon, and Anaya Beard. Crystal Pasaye back in the game, along with Hart Lissing, Nat Gaspar, Faith Martin, and Victoria Ufracio. Solis loses the ball along the baseline. Dons turn it over. Fifth turnover on the evening. LA Mission has 11. Dons lead 26-11. Lissing gets the offense started for the Eagles. Martin weaves past a defender. Graham has her on the switch. She kicks it out to Pasaye. Martin takes a long two. Her foot was on the line. Limon grabs the rebound. Rivera looks to push to the corner for Graham. Saves it from going out of bounds. Doubled on the baseline drive. Solis has a wide open three. Top of the arc. She splashes it in. Dons extend their lead to 18. 3:33 left to go in the first half. Gaspar gets the offense started for LA Mission. Over to the left wing, three-pointer rims out by Pasaye. That was halfway down. LA Mission gets a second chance. Martin wrestles down low. Fouled on the drive before she put up the shot. LA Mission inbound underneath their basket. Vicky Ohm set to check back in for Mia Rivera. LA Mission calls a timeout. And with that timeout, we'll take a timeout ourselves here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion. Someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
Gaspar to inbound the ball, gets it in quickly to Lissing. Lissing too strong on her layup. Just over 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Ohm up ahead to Graham in the corner. Back to her freshman teammate. Ohm gets her third start of the season. Home opener for the Dons in the 2025-26 campaign. LA Mission with the trap near the sideline. Lissing pokes it out. 7th turnover by the Dons offense this evening. They still have a comfortable 18-point advantage. My name is Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in to Dons Basketball on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Pasaye drives, kicks it out to Gaspar on the right wing, guarded by Ohm. Goes to her left, blocked by Ohm on the way up. The freshman with some solid defense, now has possession. Spins to her right, floater in the lane, can't get it to go. Martin grabs a rebound for the Eagles, led by first-year head coach Vicky Oganyan. Gaspar slows down the tempo. Pasaye might have traveled, guarded by the much taller Beard. Solis lets her opponent get right past her. Ofracio hit on the way up. 2 free throws coming up for LA Mission. Oganyan calls the rest of her team over during Ofracio's free throws. Rivera and Faith Ledesma set to check in. Kiki Graham and Claudia Solis check out. Veteran-heavy squad this year. 7 sophomores, 5 freshmen, 12 players on the roster total. Ofracio goes to the line. Second trip to the line this evening. Misses the first. She's now 0 of 3 at the free throw line. Second one rims out. LA Mission 1 of 10 at the charity stripe this evening. A couple of those free throws would help them cut the deficit. 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Ohm gets some pressure. LA Mission changed their defensive look. Half-court trap. 3 up high for the Eagles. Beard gets it down low on the left block. Turnaround over her left shoulder. Uses the glass for 2. Dons extend their lead to 20 with 1:30 left to go in the second. Martin tries to get it to her teammate. Good ball denial by Ledesma. Swings it out to Gaspar. Lissing takes a 3 from the top of the arc. No good. Limon wasn't expecting the air ball. She pokes it out of bounds. Last touch by the Dons. Inbound for LA Mission. Gaspar has been tasked with inbounding much of the evening. Gets it to Lissing, guarded by the taller Beard. Lissing at 5'7", Beard at 6 foot. 3-point attempt by Gaspar, no good. Beard chases down the rebound. Ohm cross court to Rivera. The sophomore finds Limon. Nice up fake. Puts it on the deck, hit. On her way up, converts on the 2 and has a chance for a 3-point play. Limon last year as a freshman shot 56% from the free throw line, 9 of 16. Didn't get a whole lot of opportunities. There's a collision on the rebound. Limon misses the free throw. Beard guilty of the foul. Third team foul by Santa Ana. Neither team in the bonus. Just over a minute left to go in the first half. Thanks for tuning in to Dons Basketball. Dons home opener for the 2025-6 season, and Beard forces a turnover. 12th by LA Mission. Martin can't handle the pass. Loses it out of bounds. LA Mission shows full court pressure. Pasaye backs off. Dons get it across. Ledesma has time to set her feet, misses everything on the 3-point attempt. Limon had her foot on the baseline. And the Dons finished with 20 wins last season, their most since 2002. Lissing backs down Rivera in the corner now. She widens out, directs traffic. Gaspar looks for a teammate. Pasaye picks up her dribble, guarded by Ledesma. Strong pressure by her. Lissing puts it on the deck, hit on the way up. Lissing has been fearless tonight, driving into the Dons defenders in the paint, drawing a lot of contact. Foul on Limon. Second personal on the sophomore from Orange High School. First free throw is good by Lissing. That ends in 9 straight free throw misses. They made the first, missed 9 straight. They're now 2 of 11. Make that 3 of 12 after the second free throw is good by Lissing. Substitution is Michaela Patterson set to check back in for LA Mission for Nat Gaspar. Ohm and the Dons lead by 20, 33-13. 17 seconds left to go. Can the Dons get one more shot off? Ohm looks for Beard, has positioning on the right block. Bounces it to her. Beard goes baseline, doubled, turnaround, fadeaway, no good. Pasaya grabs the rebound, 1 second left. Lissing, not gonna throw up a shot. That horn marks the end of the first half. Dons lead by 20, 33-13 is the score here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. For halftime, we'll cut to a commercial break and be back from first half statistics as well as some scores from around the Orange Empire Conference. Back here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, your Santa Ana Dons have a 33-13 lead over LA Mission College. My name is Noah Alvarez. It's the home opener for the 2025-26 season. Dons women's basketball team off to a 2-0 start. Are poised to make it 3-0 with a 20-point lead at the half. The Dons are shooting 45% from the field, while LA Mission only shooting a 13%. Dons are 3 of 14 beyond the arc. LA Mission 2 of 9. Both teams struggling from the free throw line. Santa Ana College 0 of 4. LA Mission 3 of 12. The Dons defense has created a lot of turnovers. 12 turnovers by the LA Mission offense, only 6 by the Santa Ana Dons. However, LA Mission out rebounding the Dons 28-19. Of those 28, 12 are offensive for the Eagles, as that's allowed us a lot of second chance points on the first half of action. Leading all scorers is Kiki Graham with 11 points. Hart Lissing, the leading scorer for LA Mission with 5. Claudia Solis, a perfect 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. She has 6 points. She's the second leading scorer for the Dons. Not the most efficient starts in the first half, but they do have a 20-point lead. Their defense has been relatively strong this evening. As we get you the upcoming schedule for the Santa Ana Dons, not this weekend, but next weekend, Friday the 14th, they head to San Mateo College and take on San Mateo in the crossover. On Friday the 14th, they play San Mateo, and on Saturday the 15th, they host College of the Redwoods. On the 19th, they travel to Chaffey College, take on the Panthers. On the 21st, they travel to LA Trade Tech. And on the 25th, they host Long Beach City College. Long Beach City College will be their first ranked opponent. The Dons are ranked 22nd in the opening preseason 3C2A rankings. Long Beach City College currently ranked 15th in the 3C2A rankings. Dons playing the Orange Empire Conference, and let's take a look at how these teams did at the beginning of the season. The first team in action at the end of October. Sorry, I had it just a second ago. Saddleback got the season started, defeating El Camino 62-54. Bakersfield defeated Riverside City 67-46. Orange Coast College got their first win on Friday the 31st, defeating College of the Sequoias 67-63. On November 1st, Saturday, Fullerton lost to Glendale 57-49. Riverside City got their second loss, losing to ELAC 62-55. Irvine Valley picked up their first win, 65-56 over Palomar. And then Orange Coast picked up their second win of the season, defeating Laney 77-71. Moore Park then defeated Orange Coast on Sunday the 2nd, 62-54 in the Mount SAC Tournament of Champions. Cypress played in their first game Tuesday against Chaffey College, defeated the Panthers 82-73. And then yesterday, Fullerton was in action, defeating El Camino College 47-38. So those are the teams that have started the season in the Orange Empire Conference. Orange Empire Conference play doesn't begin until January for the Santa Ana Dons. Mia Rivera to inbound. She's out there on the floor with Vicky Ohm, Faith Ledesma, Kiki Graham, and Anaya Beard. Dons will go from right to left on your screen now. In the white uniforms, their new uniforms this season. LA Mission in their navy blue. On the floor for them, Nat Gaspar, Crystal Pasaye, Michaela Patterson, Victoria Ufracio, and Hart Lissing. First shot by Rivera is long off the backboard. Lissing pushed the tempo, poked away by Ohm. Nice hands. A steal for Graham. She leads the fast break, takes a bump from Lissing. Lissing shows good sportsmanship and helps her up right away. First team foul on LA Mission in the third quarter. Dons with a big 20-point lead. Thanks for tuning into Dons Basketball on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. There's a wet spot down on the floor. They try and clean it up with their sneakers. Ledesma to inbound. 22nd year head coach Flo Lupani, along with Rachel Kane, Matt Fogarty, Lee Sanford, and Tim Yanez on the staff. Ledesma inbounds it to Graham at the top. 24 seconds left on the shot clock. Ledesma drives middle, out to Ohm. Pass was deflected. Ohm spins to her right. Layup is good. LA Mission, led by first-year head coach Vicky Oganyan. Assistants on the staff, Sienna Brown, Jabril Hodges, Adam Levine, Rick Lucetto, Robert Pasquale, and George Vizoraga. Lissing by herself on the corner. Baseline pass off target for Gaspar. Over 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Nothing has gone right for LA Mission, shooting a woeful 13% from the field, 14 turnovers. LA Mission in their second year back as a program. Entry pass to Beard quickly. Turn around over her left shoulder. Gets the short range shot to go. It's the second year back in the program for LA Mission, and it's under a new coach. They had a different coach last year. That coach stepped away, Vicky Oganyan, in her first year. Spent many years as an assistant at Glendale College, which is a consistent powerhouse in Southern California. Last year they were number 4 seed in the 3C 2A Southern California playoffs. Timeout called by Oganyan. First of the second half, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion, someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
Back from commercial break, we gave you the upcoming schedule for the Santa Ana Dons. Let's take a peek at the upcoming schedule for LA Mission. Saturday, November 8th, they're at Bakersfield. On the 13th, they're at Copper Mountain, taking on Palo Verde. They play Taft College. They host Taft College Friday, November 14th. And they're at Copper Mountain on the 28th. Ledesma gets the swing. Her pass is deflected away by Lissing. A steal by the LA Mission defense. They go into that half-court trap and caused some fits on the Dons offense. Still early on in the season as they try and work out the kinks offensively. Lissing gets it in the corner, tries to drive past Ohm. Good hands as she pokes it out of bounce. The freshman has been savvy on both ends. Lissing to inbound. Bounce pass to Eufrasio underneath the basket. She can't grab her own miss. It leaks out to Graham. Graham and Rivera leading the break. Rivera goes right at her defender. Lays it up for 2 on the left side. Dons extend their lead to 26. Pasaye over to Gaspar. 3-point attempt might have been deflected by Mia Rivera. Ledesma looks long, gets it to the sophomore from Cerritos. Rivera goes left. Floater fading to her left. Converts. 7.5 minutes left to go in the third. Gaspar brings it up for LA Mission. They're 1-1 on the season, lost to Compton College, defeated LA Southwest. Pasaye sets a screen, gets it on the pop. Patterson, guarded by Ledesma. Lissing gets Ledesma on the switch. Lissing, wild shot. Rebound goes to Beard. Mia Rivera waits for her teammate to finish, and Anaya Beard with the left hand converts on the fast break. A 30-point lead for the Dons. Out to a big lead in the home opener of the 2025-26 season. Pasaye guarded by Ohm. Pesky hands. Pasaye hits the deck hard. Mia Rivera takes away. All by herself on the right side. Misses the layup somehow. She does have a smile on her face. Hears it from the crowd. Lissing goes baseline. Gaspar, 3-pointer, top of the arc, no good. Rebound, kicks out to Ledesma. Ohm and Mia Rivera ahead of the pack. Beard dives towards the basket, gets the pass. Converts on the 2. 32-point lead for the Dons. Pasaye gets it in the corner. Tries to find Patterson. Ledesma pokes it away. Ohm by herself, 1-on-2. Ohm circles back. Rivera gets picked up by Lissing. Ohm goes baseline. Finds a Neard in the paint. Beard can't convert on the short range shot. Rebounded by Pasaye. Sophomore from Mission Hills. Gets it across the timeline. 5.5 minutes left to go in the third. Lissing tries to get it to Eufrasio down low. Beard pokes it away. Solid post defense there by the sophomore from Valencia. Ledesma has a three-pointer. Left side no good. Ledesma just can't get it to fall tonight. Beard mishandles the pass on the offensive rebound. Back out to Ohm. Shot clock reset. Currently at 13. Ledesma, entry pass to Beard. Right block. Two-pointer off the glass. Head coach Folapani wants a 30-second timeout to talk things over. We'll cut to a commercial break here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel.
Life doesn't change overnight. It takes effort and dedication. It takes learning new skills and putting yourself and loved ones first. At Santa Ana College, you can complete a full-time accelerated online program in just 2 years. Choose a program that meets your needs and changes your educational dreams into a well-deserved reality. Building the life you want means taking a first step. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
.453 left to go in the third quarter. After the timeout, we'll reset the lineups. Vicky Ohm out there with Kiki Graham, Jaylene Rivera, Faith Ledesma, and Kimberly Limon. For 22nd year head coach Flo Lupani. Couple new substitutions for LA Mission. Aaron Tapasio out there with Faith Martin. She has possession on the right wing. Ashley Rivera checks in for the first time. Nayeli Rodriguez in as well. Martin on the drive. Right block, no good. Off the foot of Graham. Never hit the rim. Shot clock violation on LA Mission. Another turnover. 19th of the evening. Fifth player on the floor for LA Mission is Song Jackson. So Jackson, Rodriguez, and Rivera check in for the first time. Ashley Rivera for LA Mission, Jaylene Rivera for Santa Ana, so we'll be sure to throw in the first name as well to avoid confusion. Limon on a post touch, back out to Graham. Weaves her way into the lane. Ledesma fires another three. Can't get it to go. Rivera right there for the rebound. That's Jaylene. Fouled on the way up. She will go to the line for 2 free throws. Again, Rivera didn't score a whole lot last year in her 25 appearances for the Dons as a freshman, but did a lot of that, chasing down offensive rebounds, played solid defense. Did a lot of things that didn't show up in the box score. Improved her game during the offseason. Converts on the first last season. 44% at the line, 8 of 18. Second one is no good as it rims out. 1 of 2 on the trip. Dons are 2 of 6 on the evening. Martin bounces it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez too strong. Three-pointer by LA Mission. Rodriguez able to knock it in, their third three-pointer of the evening. 16 points on the evening for LA Mission. They trail by 32. Jaylene swings it around. Dons have 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Limon set to set a screen for Ohm. Jaylene Rivera launches the three, short, rebounded by LA Mission. Tapasio pushes the tempo. Rodriguez thought about another three. Tough fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Ashley Rivera. She steps on the baseline. Turnover by LA Mission. They're out rebounding the Dons 35 to 25. 14 of those have been offensive. Dons do have to do a better job securing the rebound. Last year on the season, they were out rebounded by their opponents 38 to 41. Claudia Solis checks in for the Santa Ana Dons. Gets it on the swing at the top. Drives towards the middle of the lane. Floater off the glass for 2. She's fouled on the way up. Chance for a 3-point play. Solis, one of 2 freshmen from Segerstrom High School. Her and Faith Ledesma. High school right down the street in the city of Santa Ana. They're the only 2 players from the city. Ledesma grabs the offensive rebound after the miss. Ohm tries to get it to Lamone down low. Tipped away by Martin. She doesn't like the call. Dons lead by 34. Shot clock reads 12. Lamone gets the entry pass. Finds Ledesma. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Ohm has to do something with it quickly. Guarded by Jackson. Ohm, step back 3. She didn't get it off in time. A shot clock violation. LA Mission shows some good energy still on the bench. Staying engaged in the game, that's always important. Despite the score for a young team, a new coaching staff, a new program. Want to be engaged regardless of the score, continue to build and work on things even despite the large deficit. They trail by 34, 2:18 left to go in the third quarter. Martin swings it to Ashley Rivera, guarded by Kimberly Lamone. LA Mission continues to pass it around the perimeter. 3-pointer converted on by Erin Tapasio. Her first bucket of the evening. Cuts the deficit down to 31. Ohm gets the offensive set started. Solis can't handle the bounce pass. Mia Rivera and Isley Kennedy check back in for the Dons. Lamone and Ohm check out. Nayeli Rodriguez brings it up. Over to Martin. Entry pass tipped away by Kennedy. A steal for the Dons. 20th turnover by LA Mission. Mia Rivera ahead to Ledesma. 3-pointer, left side, no good. Couple of Dons hit the floor on the rebound. Up ahead to Martin. Martin might have traveled. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez smokes the layup. Missed opportunity by the Eagles offense there. Rivera slows things down. Solis has room, puts it on the ground. Bounce pass to Jaylene Rivera, no good. On her baseline drive, Song Jackson for LA Mission. Gets the offense started. Just over a minute left to go. Jackson gets past Rivera. Lays it up for 2 as the help defense comes late. Cuts the deficit to 29. Flo Lupani calls out the offensive play. Rivera lines up a 3-pointer. Her defender was late to pick her up. Ledesma grabs the offensive rebound. Kennedy on the entry pass. Just kicks it back out. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Entry pass to Kennedy. Goes right to Nayeli Rodriguez. Poked away by the Dons. Solis has possession. Mia Rivera saves it from going out of bounds. Ledesma has space on the right side. 3-pointer finally gets it to go. Her first 3-pointer of the evening. Dons 4 of 20 from beyond the arc. And Ledesma now 1 of 9 from beyond the arc. Solis guilty of the foul. She hits Erin Tapasio on the way up. 0.8 of a second left in the third quarter. Tapasio's first free throw, no good. LA Mission, 3 of 13 at the line. It's the third personal on Claudia Solis, the freshman. Second free throw is good. Fourth made free throw by LA Mission on the evening. Rivera to Solis. That's the horn. On to the fourth quarter we go. Dons have a huge lead. Thanks for tuning in to Dons Basketball on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel.
This is it.
Have a good first day.
You too, Mom.
Everyone's journey looks a little different at Santa Ana College, whether you're just starting out or starting a new chapter. With flexible classes, valuable student services, and a range of degrees and certificate programs, students of all kinds can find inspiration and empowerment at Santa Ana College. Start your journey at Santa Ana College. Where it leads is up to you.
People always ask us, what's a Don? And our response is easy. To us, a Don is someone who embraces the grind. A Don is a person that brings passion, someone who takes advantage of all their opportunities. A leader, a dreamer, a winner. The question we have for you is, are you ready to be a Don?
Just about ready for the beginning of the fourth quarter. Dons have a 53-22 lead over LA Mission College. The Dons hang on. They'll advance to 3-0 on the season. LA Mission would fall to 1-2. We'll reset the lineups. Vicky Ohm out there with Mia Rivera, Anaya Beard, Isley Canaday, and Jaylene Rivera for the Dons. Entry pass to Ashley Rivera gets poked away. Ohm nearly comes up with a steal. She can't save it from going out of bounds. 5 on the floor for LA Mission. Aaron Tapasio to inbound. Ashley Rivera, Song Jackson, Faith Martin. Jackson converts on the 2. And Nayeli Rodriguez, that's the 5th player on the floor for first-year head coach Vicky Oganyan. Dons in their half-court set. Entry pass to Beard. That's a play they went to a lot last season. Beard finished the year as the Orange Empire Conference Offensive Player of the Year. Averaged 16 points last year, 29 starts. Converted 54% of her shots on the season, 9 rebounds as well. Another entry pass to Beard, left block this time, lays it up for 2. Jaylene Rivera gets the assist. Dons extend their lead to 31. Martin drives right side of the lane. Beard and Canaday both there. Foul is on Beard. First team foul. Third personal on the sophomore from Valencia. It's an exciting season for the Dons. Last year they finished 20-9, their most wins since 2002. They hosted a playoff game for the first time since 2017. Lost that first round game to LA Valley, but a lot to be excited about. And 7 players returned from last year's roster. Second one was no good by Martin. Beard grabs the rebound and Ohm walks it up for Santa Ana. Jaylene Rivera, one of 7 sophomores. Entry pass to Beard. There's a player on the floor. All sorts of traffic. That's Mia Rivera down on the ground. Jaylene Rivera got hit on the way up. 2 shots coming up for the sophomore from California High School. Flo Lupani and the coaching staff do a nice job recruiting from that Whittier, La Habra area. Mia Rivera is from Cerritos. Beverly Tanderich, along with Jaylene Rivera from California High School. Tiki Graham from Sonora in La Habra. First free throw is good by Jaylene. 2 of 3 at the line tonight. First, we'll see if Sophia Boyer 5'10" freshman from Los Amigos High School. That's in the city of Fountain Valley. Second free throw is good. 2 for 2 on the trip. Dons have a 32-point lead. LA Mission continues to pass it around the perimeter. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Song Jackson sees the lane in the traffic. Can't convert it. Jaylene Rivera gets the rebound. Leads the fast break. Right-handed floater, no good. Graham with good hustle forces Jackson to touch it last. Mia Rivera to inbound in the corner. Always a tough spot to inbound the ball. Beard gets the inbound pass. Back out to Graham. She's on the floor. Beard to Boyer. She goes baseline, doubled. She left her feet. It's a traveling violation. Unable to find a teammate to pass it to. Last year, Dons were a young squad. They had 3 sophomores, Larissa Robles being one of them. Also played at Sonora High School. Bad pass by Nayeli Rodriguez. Dons will have to fill that void in. You got to assume everyone gets better over the course of the offseason. Players like Mia Rivera and Kiki Graham. But it's a big hole to replace. Larissa not only scored 14 points per game and shot 37% from beyond the arc. She's very poised with the ball, did a lot on defense as well, averaged 2 steals per game. Mia Rivera launches a 3. Top of the arc, gets it to go. 60th point of the evening. Rivera's first 3-pointer, 9 points on the evening. Jackson, long 2. Fight for the loose ball. Last touch by the Dons. LA Mission inbounds it on the far side. Timeout called by Vicky Oganyan. Full timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Back here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Next home game for the Dons, November 25th versus Long Beach City College. They opened up the season ranked 15th in the preseason 3C2A rankings. The Dons opened up the season ranked 22nd. Last year, they were the 9 seed, hosted LA Valley, the lowest seed in the postseason. However, lost to LA Valley. It was a veteran-heavy squad LA Valley had. They had 6 sophomores, 4 in their starting lineup. Dons just were unable to get things going offensively. A heartbreaking loss here on the home court. But a chance for the Dons to build on the momentum they had last year. 7 players return. 5 of the 6 top scorers from last season return. Listening to inbound. Gets it back quickly. 3-point attempt for Pasaya. Short. Graham tips it away, out to Mia Rivera. First 3-pointer for the freshman, Beverly Tanderich. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Santa Ana. Beverly Tanderich is a freshman from California High School, same high school that Rivera went to. Jaylene Rivera. Keep forgetting there's 2 Riveras on the roster for the Dons. Boyer gets the inbound pass. 7 minutes exactly in the final quarter of action. Thanks for tuning in to Dons Basketball. on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Graham, entry pass to Boyer. The freshman spins to her left, short off the glass. Nat Gaspar slows things down for LA Mission. She's out there with Hart Lissing, Victoria Eufrasio, Michaela Patterson, and Crystal Pasaye. Eagles get into their half-court offense. Swinging around the perimeter. Pasaye guarded by Beard. 6 seconds left. Pasaye gets it back. Her foot's on the line. That's a long two. No good. Mia Rivera chases down the rebound. Beard takes a three-pointer, left wing. She does have that range and knocks in her first three-pointer of the evening, second of the season. Beard, a bit too aggressive on the pass there. Pasaye fouled. Second team foul in the quarter by the Santa Ana Dons. Vicky Ohm and Faith Ledesma set to check in. Graham and Mia Rivera check out. Lissing, guarded by Ledesma, 15 seconds left. Dons have done a nice job limiting her. She's been stuck at 5 points since the second quarter. Leading scorer on the season for LA Mission, averaging 20 points per game. Patterson spins, 1 second left. Ohm would have blocked that shot by Gaspar as the buzzer sounds. That's the 5th shot clock violation the Dons defense has forced this evening. A very impressive start to the 2025-26 campaign. Ohm. Another three-pointer for Tanderich. Leaves it short. Errant pass by Pasaye. She's frustrated at herself. Inbounds for the Dons underneath their basket. Ohm to inbound. She's been quiet this evening. 6 points, 4 assists, 3 of 7 shooting from the field. Leading scorer for the Dons is Anaya Beard with 17. Dribbles it off her foot, passes back out to Ohm. Spins. We've seen her do that 3 times this evening. Can't get the teardrop to go. Patterson secures a rebound for LA Mission. Just over 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Lissing gives a bump to Ohm, creates separation, gets the 9-footer to go. It's her first point since the second quarter. 7 points on the evening. Leads all LA Mission scorers. Ohm takes a bump on the drive. She was dishing it out to Ledesma while she got hit. Ohm to inbound. One of 5 talented freshmen on the roster. Beard gets a touch, drives in the paint. Can't get the jumper to go. She chases down her own miss. Out to Ledesma. Tanderich gets a touch, back to Ledesma on the right side. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ledesma steps back for a long three, second one of the evening. Finally finds a rhythm late here in the second half. That's going to be important. Who steps up as a scorer for the Dons on that freshman group? Lissing guilty of the offensive foul, pushed off with that off arm. Second team foul on LA Mission. Claudia Solis checks back in for Anaya Beard. Song Jackson checks back in for LA Mission along with Violet Herrera, and we're seeing the first of Talia Henderson. So Henderson out there with Pasaye, Jackson, Gaspar, and Herrera. More of this full court pressure. Ledesma wasn't expecting the pass. Gets it to Solis across the timeline. Entry pass to Boyer. She gets another post touch. Goes left, has a step on her defender. Left-handed layup for good for 2. Dons lead 68-27. Song Jackson with some space. Up and under move, takes the contact and converts. A 3-point chance for Song Jackson, the freshman from Van Nuys. Nayeli Rodriguez and Aaron Tapasio check back in. Nat Gaspar and Crystal Pasaye check out for LA Mission. Sophia Bayer and Beverly Tanderidge check out for the Dons. Vicky Ohm and Jaylene Rivera check in, along with Chloe Espinoza. First we're seeing her this evening. Chloe Espinoza listed as a sophomore. Last year she dealt with some injuries and didn't get to play last year. Head coach Flo Lupani called a timeout with 3:40 left to go in the final quarter of action. Thanks for tuning in to Dons Basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. While we have this break in the action, let's give you the upcoming schedule for the teams in the Orange Empire Conference. That's a conference the Dons play in. Also going on tonight, pull up the date here on Thursday, November 6th. Irvine Valley takes on Southwestern College at the Cougars Invitational. They have an early 8-4 lead in the first quarter. San Jose defeated Riverside City 60-43. That's Riverside City's third loss of the season already. Saddleback takes on Chaffey College. They trail 18-17 with 5 minutes left to go in the second. And going on later tonight, Orange Coast hosts Victor Valley. That takes place at 6 p.m. Those are the teams in action. Cypress also with the game at Fresno City College and the Fresno City crossover. There's no score update nor a time on when they start their game. I'm sure that will be updated later on in the evening. If you look at how teams have started, only Santa Ana, Cypress, and Irvine Valley are undefeated. Santa Ana, the only team with 2 wins. Orange Coast 2-1, Fullerton 1-1, Riverside City 0-3. A way too early look at the Orange Empire Conference standings. Conference play doesn't begin until January. Jaylene Rivera gets the inbound. More full court pressure by LA Mission. Final 3.5 minutes left. Solis gets bumped on the drive. Goes to the line for 2 free throws. 4th team foul by LA Mission. Foul on Nayeli Rodriguez. After the timeout, Solis is out there with Ledesma, Espinoza, Jaylene Rivera, and Vicky Ohm. You don't see this on your screen, but out near the timeline, Jaylene Rivera talking with Vicky Ohm. Veteran move there. Solis connects on the first. Second one is no good. Song Jackson chases down the rebound. Jackson to Rodriguez. Right corner to Pasio. Herrera thought about the 3. Loses it. Goes down to her knees, gets it poked away. Ohm ahead of the pack to Solis. Solis looked up before she had possession of the ball. A turnover. Dons still lead by 40, 69-29. Three minutes left to go. Jackson, tough drive, through a few defenders. They say it's a tripping foul because there wasn't a whole lot of contact up top. Chloe Espinoza guilty of the foul. We mentioned she was a player last year. Didn't get any action due to an injury. Back here for her sophomore season from Magnolia High School. Jackson converts on the first free throw. Jackson now has 7 points on the evening. 3 of 5 from the field. And with the second free throw, she leads the team in scoring. 8 points on the evening. Solis gets it across the timeline, up ahead to Jaylene Rivera. Layup on the left side is good. Back to a 40-point advantage. Jackson puts it on the deck, kicks it out to her teammate Tapasio. And not enough room in the corner. Turns it over. 28 turnovers by LA Mission this evening. Ledesma up ahead to Solis. Post touch for Espinoza, back to the basket. Has it ripped away. Strong defense by Violet Herrera. Ohm pokes it away on the fast break. Now Jaylene Rivera comes away with the steal. On the left side, there was some contact. No foul called. It's out of bounds off the Dons. LA Mission ball. Rodriguez has possession, guarded by Rodriguez. Topacio can't get past Rivera, throws up a wild shot. Ohm gets the rebound. Ohm has numbers. Wild shot in fast break. She bumps Jaylene Rivera. The two collide hard. Both are down on the floor. Herrera goes the other way for LA Mission. Espinoza chases down the miss. Long pass to Jaylene Rivera. She keeps it in play. Solis with the fake pass and layup. Extends the lead to 42, a minute and a half left to go. The men's basketball team loving it. Song Jackson drives hard right into Jaylene Rivera. She tried to take the charge. It's her first personal, 5th team foul on the Dons. They're in the bonus, 2 free throws from here on out. First free throw by Jackson, no good. 7 of 20 at the free throw line. Don's not shooting much better. 4 of 11, 36%. That's an area I'm sure Lupani and her coaching staff will drill her team to improve upon as we get closer to conference play. 0 for 2 on the trip by Jackson. Ledesma grabs a rebound. More full court pressure by LA Mission. They don't want anything to come easy, even late, despite the large deficit. Ohm dribbles it off the foot. Ledesma gets it, drives, has it poked away. Solis touched the baseline as she tried to save it. Michaela Patterson checks in for Nayeli Rodriguez. Final minute here at the Bill Cook Gymnasium on this Thursday evening. Don set to come out big. 73 points would be the most on the season through 3 games. What could be the final possession for LA Mission. 3-pointer by Herrera, no good. Rebound chased down by Herdsman. Herdsman nearly gets another rebound. It leaks out to Ledesma. 33 seconds left. The Dons do have to put up a shot. They cannot just dribble it out. Ohm to Jaylene Rivera. Ohm the only starter on the court for the Dons. She gets a screen by Espinoza. Strong defense by Violet Herrera. Ledesma has space on a 3-point attempt. Cashes it in. Her 3rd of the evening. 76 points for the Dons. 10 seconds left. It's a traveling violation on Topacio. She wanted to pass and picked up her dribble just a bit too soon. 7 seconds left. The Dons can just dribble this one out if they choose to do so. The next time you can catch the Dons at home, November 25th. They host Long Beach City College. It'll be the first ranked matchup of the year. And that's the final horn, marking the end of tonight's contest. The Dons come away with a 76-31 victory over LA Mission College. They advance to 3-0 on the season, while LA Mission falls to 1 of 2. Leading scorer for the Dons is Anaya Beard with 17 points, shooting 8 of 12 from the field, along with 8 rebounds. Faith Ledesma and Claudia Solis and Kiki Graham all finished with 11 points. 4 players in double digits for the Dons. Mia Rivera 1 point away as she finishes the evening with 9 points. Leading scorer for LA Mission, Song Jackson with 8, shooting 3 of 5 from the field, knocking in 2 free throws. And the next time you can catch the Dons basketball team here at the Bill Cook Gymnasium will be Tuesday, November 25th as they host Long Beach City College for Salvador Leon. Cammy Lewis, I'm Noah Alvarez saying thanks for tuning in to Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. We'll catch you guys next time.